Good morning and welcome to the Morning Express Book Review. As always, right here at the Book Heaven, that is Textbook Center in Sarit Center, Nairobi. Now, what we try to do here is to expand your reading space, is to get to introduce you to new authors you didn't know about. And today we have a chance to look at another children's book. I love children's books. And today we're talking about Fight Like a Man. It's been written by a teacher, Clifford Oluoch, who is with me here. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
I love children's books. I mean, we talk about all those hard, heavy things, but it's always good to take us back. Fight Like a Man.
Yes.
Who exactly are you addressing? Because you're writing to children.
Well, children do have issues as well, and they need to learn how to sort them out and face them, kind of. So, Fight Like a Man talks to all the children, and it's just not about physical fighting. Right? It's also about facing up to challenges. Right. And sometimes the challenges even come in the form of an adult, or even a parent, or even the house girl, kind of people within their circle. Right. Yeah. So it is addressing children.
From the title, yes. Fight Like a Man, you get a feel that you're addressing boys, because if you tell a young girl, fight like a man, they don't understand what that means. Yes. Is there special emphasis to boys?
Not really, because the title "Fight Like a Man" is actually, the phrase is taken from the story itself. When one of the characters is actually told, you either fight like a man, right, or just flee and forget about it. So because the character is a boy, right, and is being addressed at that particular point, then that is what that's a catchphrase that I got.
Right.
Yeah. Though I toyed around with the title because it was very difficult. I think like all books, it's very difficult to get the title to be just right. And sometimes what you think is right sends a wrong impression, kind of. So it sends the impression that it's a very, should I say, machoist kind of title, right? So those let the fist do the talking, kind of fight or flee, whatever. But somehow Fight Like a Man just struck, and stuck.
Clifford, what sort of fights or struggles are our children going through?
Well, there are many. I mean, like just from school itself, there are issues of bullies. So they're being bullied. Right. From the house as well. You could have either an older sibling or a relative or a neighbor also bullying them. Or, as I said before, the house girl could be a bully. Parents could be bullies as well. Teachers could be bullies. Kind of. So children are always faced with intimidating situation, and they need to know how to go about it.
Right.
Yeah. And in the process, the book not only tells the person or takes you through the processes of facing the challenges, but also of trying to get solutions other than just physically fighting. Yeah, so the struggles are varied. And sometimes even schoolwork, homework, kind of, and should I say what, the report form comes and the child has not done well, and doesn't know how to face the parents, kind of, all these are challenges, kind of. Right. So the internal struggles that the children are going through.
Right.
Yeah.
Clifford, what sort of struggles do children go through in regards to following through their dreams, in believing in what they've thought of?
The dreams change as the children grow. As they grow, kind of, right? And initially the dream is centered around the people around them, or nearest to them, or the things that they see. But nowadays with, should I say, with more television and more, should I say, media, so they're able to see things that are closer to them, so they can dream of being a neurosurgeon, even if they don't know what a neurosurgeon is, though they know it's a doctor and that kind of thing. Right. But as they progress, sometimes the factor comes in that actually I'm not as good as I thought I was in this particular area, and they keep on changing, kind of.
Right. Do we have children with special needs that need extra care, extra attention, and have you addressed that in your book?
No, I have not addressed that in the book, because to me, whether you have special needs or not, the challenges are the same. Because if you have special needs, you still will be bullied, right?
Speaking like a teacher.
Exactly. You will be bullied. There's no, children, even adults do bully each other, right? So bullying is part and parcel of society. At your workplace, there's bullying, kind of, right?
Right.
It's there. So back to your question, children with special needs also have their challenges. And sometimes the challenges might be physical, as in just moving from one place to the other one, playing with other children because they might not have the mobility that, kind of like. But internally, they have to be taught how to overcome this. You cannot actually overprotect them completely. So I have not addressed it directly, but I think the book's theme cuts across children, cuts across adults, everywhere.
This book, Clifford, is coming out at a time, especially for the children growing up in Nairobi, where they have to keep up with the dynamics of living in the city. They're picked up by the bus at 6 in the morning. They come back in the evening. The parents are not necessarily there because they're also stuck in traffic. So they contend with the house girl. They go to sleep a whole week. They haven't met. So their socialization pattern is a little bit different from what we went through, where we saw our mothers every day and our dads punished us every single day. Do those dynamics make these fights harder for these children?
Actually, they don't, because when first the book is actually set in a school, so a lot of the things happen in school. So there's been that transference of, should I say, the rubbing, kind of, right, and the friction that was there between neighbors has now been transferred to school. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when I was doing, should I say, a round and reading trip around the eastern schools, and I ended up at Makongeni Primary School, where I had to take them through this. And one of the questions that I asked them really shocked me, kind of. I asked them, when is the last time there was a fight in this class? And they laughed, kind of, and they said, this morning. Kind of, this morning. So I asked between who, kind of, and they told me. So we went through the dynamics of the fight, and there was no difference. And this is like, 3-4 months ago, kind of. Right. So to me, nothing much has changed. When, as long as people get into contact with each other, right, they'll get into a fight. There is no doubt about it.
Do you get criticism from parents who say, hey, you're encouraging a bad culture amongst our kids, that the only way to sort out things is through fights? I mean, do you get that?
Honestly, no, because I think, maybe apart from the mothers who feel that no, fighting is never a solution, kind of, right? I think all the fathers will identify that at one point or the other, right, your child will have to be involved in a fight. And even as a teacher, when we call in the parents and we tell them the children have been involved in something naughty and that kind of thing, there's always a smudge, kind of funny smile on the father's faces. It's like they can identify with that because they went through it, right? But you need, right, to teach them that it's not the only way of doing it. So I don't get that much of a flack out.
What other solutions do you offer on fights for kids?
Actually, the book is, should I say what, very clear on the solution. That's in, the solution has to come from within, not from without. Kind of. So you cannot go out and ask, I cannot go and ask you, how do I solve this problem? Right? From within, I have to know that this is my problem. I have to solve it this way. All that I might be asking from you, or just, should I seeking from you, is just support. To reinforce what I think I should do. But as long as you solve my problem, he solves my problem, she solves my problem, then I have not learned how to solve my problem. And that's the basis of the book, was that Ochi was he was a coward. And everybody knew that he was a coward, he could not fight. So he had to go and try and, should I say, live up to the expectation of the other people.
How did your daughters react to this book?
Some of them are convinced that I'm the one who was fighting. They're very convinced that it's my story. But partly it's true, it's semi-autobiographical kind of, right? Because these are things that I went through as a kid. And I had to fight out my way out of, kind of. So they laughed, and it's like, okay, it gave them a glimpse
of how you were,
of how I grew up and what kind of a boy I was.
Interesting, Clifford. We'd like you to pick your favorite part of this book and just favorite few lines and give it to us.
The two gladiators retreated to their gangs, ready for the signal to begin the fight. Jairo and Raduma signaled to each other, and Raduma whistled. There was a roar of anticipation from the crowd of onlookers. Image is everything. Ochi immediately somersaulted, landed perfectly on his feet, and did a short karate demonstration that ended with a loud and intimidating war cry. The crowd loved it. They clapped and cheered loudly. Sounds of Ochi, Ochi, Ochi rent the air. It was clear that Ochi was going to employ karate as his mode of fighting. Hussein was a known wrestler. The best defense is offense. Attack, attack, and attack. With lightning speed and amazing fleet-footedness, Ochi rushed at the still settling Hussein, whose guard was low. Hussein saw Ochi coming towards him, but it did not seem to bother him. He did not expect anything from the skinny fighter. Unexpectedly, Ochi landed a blow on Hussein's chest. As the blow landed, Ochi made a crashing sound. It was a soft blow, but Ochi scored an important moral point. He is a hard hitter and a wrestler, not a boxer. Tire him out. Dance, dance. Hussein, a flat-footed fighter, was looking for his chance to hit Ochi. Once or twice, he threw wild punches, which, if it had landed, would have crushed Ochi's skull. Ochi had to move fast to dodge the blows, which seemed to leave a trail of a draft of wind. Work him up, annoy him, get on his nerves. Flat nose, stinky breath. No wonder you have no girlfriend, Ochi muttered as he danced around Hussein. Grasshopper head, slasher hands, potato fingers, chapati ears. Ochi continued the subtle but audible taunting. Guava eyes, mace teeth, wooden butt, still hair. Ochi danced, making sure he did not get caught in Hussein's wild charges. Every day you take uji and chewing gum for breakfast, mira with mapera for lunch, and changa, sweets and chapati for supper.
Where did you get that?
Ochi concluded his teasing session. Hussein raged, but Ochi would charge, then retreat as quickly. Once he stopped and made another karate demo, his hands flailing in the air, Hussein looked frustrated. He had expected this to walk over. Ochi landed another blow to Hussein's chest.
Interesting. Where can parents and young people get this book?
Textbook
Center?
Textbook Center. It's
Right.
available Savanis. I mean, all leading
Across the country.
across the country.
Right.
They have them.
Fight like Clifford Oluoch. Asante sana. Thanks for making time.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much.